dry, the night is near. It feels like home, but something's going wrong here. 'Cause I am alone, there's nothing to moan. Pop, 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 flying over your head now.
If you've heard of the Intranquil spirit, you're probably wondering, how does it affect someone? And you're probably wondering, how does it work? Does it end when I bring someone to me? Today, I look forward to answering all your questions. Without further ado, let's get to our video. Well, first and foremost, you want to know what is an intranquil spirit, because I have never seen an individual buy a product and not know what it was. An intranquil spirit is a restless soul. It is an individual who passed before his time. So if he was destined to die at 75 years old, let's just say he personally checked out at 20 years old. Now, I don't need to go into detail because I don't want to hurt the monetization of this video. Let's just say he checked all the boxes and he manually exited the chat room. Addition to this is the unpreventable and the preventable. Illness, disease. There's some diseases that we can be born with that we have no control over. And we exit the chat room that way. Or we can have another scenario where we don't want to wear Jimmy hats. Now the monster got us. So instead of meeting our maker, we don't make it to the light. We're caught in between this world and the afterlife. We're in between in a bardo state. But in the same token, we have a way of interacting with the world beyond as well as this one. An intranquil spirit is used to forcefully bring a target to you. Now, this is not to say that the person cannot choose to disobey, meaning they do not follow with how they feel. Sometimes this can be caused by an opposition, meaning someone they may be seeing. And this is why I always recommend that you do something to counterbalance that, so that you give the spirit a way to give you what you want or to make it easier. But this is not to say that resistance can't be at an all-time high. Now, when there is resistance, you begin to see complications begin to rise in that person's life. It can be health complications. One of the most common symptoms is a person death. If you're looking for a guidery, you've come to the right place. Street sweeper, Medusa domination ring, Chouette étoile. Whatever you're looking for, you've come to the right place. We have everything. If you're interested, the link for the contact is in the description. Defecating blood or urinating blood. Sometimes they run through problems with their job, finances, everywhere they go. Their friends begin to depart and leave them be. Bills begin to pile up. Sometimes these people can even turn to drugs and alcohol. This is what we call déjouer in Haitian culture. Other symptoms that follow a person under the influence of the intranquil spirit is irritability and jealousy. This person is irritable about everything and they're jealous over the smallest thing that makes no sense. You're talking to your family, now they're wondering if there's a conspiracy for why you're talking to these individuals. Are you plotting? Are you plotting with your family to get you out the way so you can go out and be with someone else? They make up some of the most irrational things when you're speaking to these people. Some of the things they say just doesn't make any sense. They're rationalizations. You've been talking on the phone with your sister for years, and now it becomes a problem. They begin to think that the sister is conspiring. I'm just giving you random examples, not to say this is exactly what's going to happen if you choose to work with the Intranquil spirit. But some people like the jealousy. Sometimes you find that these people, they cannot sleep. They have difficulty sleeping. And when they do, they have terrifying dreams. Some of these people, when they go to sleep, it's as if someone comes to speak with them. I've heard stories of people having full-blown conversations with an invisible entity. And when they wake up, they're wondering who the fuck were they talking to? Sometimes they can have nightmares. And sometimes they can have lustful dreams about you. So this is not something that hits a person all at once. This is something that gradually hits the person, one thing after another, one thing after another. Two erroneous things that I hear about working with the Intranquil spirit. First being, an Intranquil spirit you summon to bring a lover to you stops working for you once the lover makes contact with you. This is not true. In some cases, maybe, because that all depends on how the person conducted the ritual. Now, in most cases, from a business point of view, I can see it that a person makes it so that it's for when the contact is made. Now, I can't look down on how someone runs their business, but I can say in a business sense, if you get someone to do a ritual for you like this, some people may find it advantageous to them to cut the spell off once the individual makes contact, because they can come back around and charge you for another ritual if things go a little sour. Now, I don't work like that, but that's how some other people run their business. But again, that can depend also on how the person does their ritual. It doesn't necessarily have to be from a financial point of view. Now, second erroneous thing that I hear is, oh, when you transition to the other side, you're going to trade places with the Intranquil. Well, let's go back to what I first said. The Intranquil, what qualifies a spirit as that is their transition before their time. If you made your transition peacefully, how can you be an Intranquil spirit? And secondly, who the fuck has died and ever came back and told us what the other side is like? And I'm not talking about a near-death experience where a person was out for a couple of seconds. I'm talking about a person who made 2 full days unalive. And they came back and told us, hey, I was dead for 2 days and this is what I saw. No one has ever done that. So, in conclusion, I hope this video has been very informative, and I want to wish you a very blessed day. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.